Hello, friends. I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Harrison Graham for College Football Now. Season's winding down, so let's take a look at some coaches on the hot seat right now. Several already fired, so Arkansas fans, Rutgers fans, other fans out there, we got hot boards and replacements already on the channel. But number 7, Harrison, maybe a surprise, you got Tom Herman here.
Yeah, I was putting this list together, and it's kind of a tricky year where there's probably up to 15 coaches where you're like, maybe they are, maybe they're
probably
not.
Next
Derek
year.
Mason's a good example, but Vanderbilt already said they're bringing him back for another year. Don't really know why, probably because the budget is not there. But we got Herman in our top 7 here, going through 7 coaches on the hot seat. He's clearly heating up after they're 5-2, now they're 6-5. They lost 3 out of 4. Really got outclassed by Baylor over the weekend, which Baylor's been a good team this year.
They got outcoached, too.
Outcoached, outclassed, and those are similarly talented teams. I would argue Texas has more talent. That's
more raw talent, yeah.
That's a bad look. You're 6-5 this year. That's a big regression from last year. And I know we always overreact to the quote, the Sam Ellinger, Texas is back. We always love to play that. But you set that standard, and Tom Herman said in the offseason, quote, Texas is the mecca of college football. 6-5 isn't the mecca of college football.
If you're going 6-5 with the mecca, maybe you should be fired.
You better beat Texas Tech.
Oh, I think they will.
I don't think Herman's going to be fired.
They can't finish 6-6.
But if you lose to Tech and then maybe lose a bowl game,
you're in trouble.
Chris Del Conte might be looking around for a different head coach. He's okay for now, but it's certainly heating up.
Next year, he might be in danger, especially if they lose their bowl game. If they go 7-6,
got to see progression next year.
That's not what you want. All right, number 6, the coach you just don't like, Harrison, Kevin Sumlin.
Dude, I will never forgive Kevin Sumlin because he broke my favorite player to watch in college football 2 years ago, Khalil Tate.
No.
Khalil Tate, for about 6 or 7 weeks in 2017, was the most electric college football player in a long time. I mean, he was Lamar Jackson. Seriously. Go look at the numbers. He was Lamar Jackson for Arizona, and they started to get things rolling, and the whole controversy with Rich Rod led them to firing him. And they bring in Kevin Sumlin, who had quarterback issues galore at Texas A&M, running out Kyler Murray, running out Kyle Allen, running out Kenny Hill.
You lost multiple 5-star quarterbacks or good quarterbacks who play that style of mold, and then you break Khalil Tate. That's a coaching problem.
You tried to make Khalil Tate a pocket passer last year. You go 5-7. You tried to do it again this year. A full offseason. He's not a pocket passer. You're 4-7 this year. No progression this year. Got blown out the past few weeks. Not going bowling for the 2nd straight year. I don't think they're going to fire him after 2 years because the one thing he does fairly well is recruit. The problem is the players don't excel once they get under Kevin Sumlin. That's a problem. Recruiting's part A, development is part B, and he has not developed players, especially quarterbacks, nearly good enough.
Now, it is the holiday season, so if you need something for yourself or a loved one, how about some NCAA gear? You can get all kinds of gear on fucking thousands of items for all the college football teams and basketball teams out there at chatsports.com/NCAA gear. Jerseys are included. Everything's on sale, up to 50% off. So head over chatsports.com/NCAA gear. If you have something in mind, a hoodie, a shirt, a hat, whatever, it's probably on sale at chatsports.com/NCAA gear. Get that for you in the comments, in the description. Go check it out today. It's the perfect holiday gift right now. Number 5, I like this inclusion a lot, Harrison. Steve ADDAZIO. I just don't think he's that good.
Yeah, I don't think he's great. I also wonder what the ceiling of a program like Boston College is. I know they had success with Matt Ryan, 10 or 12 years ago, but Matt Ryan's a franchise NFL quarterback. I mean, that's a little bit different. I will say this. They've underachieved this year. A.J. Dillon at running back in a bad ACC. 5-6 is not good enough. They should be a 7 or 8 win type of team, and they're fighting for bowl eligibility now. This is interesting, too. He's been there 7 or 8 years now, Tom. He's gone 7-6 like 5 times.
So he's the Jeff Fisher of college.
Yeah, he is exactly. He is peaked as a 7-5, 7-6 type of coach. His status is obviously heating up. Probably needs to win this last game, get to another bowl to feel somewhat safe. I think he's in a bit of trouble up there at BC.
All right,
and they lost to Kansas.
They did. That's fireable offense if we're being honest here. It wasn't even a close game.
Well, Texas almost lost to Kansas.
Yeah, but they didn't.
If Tom Herman lost, we mentioned Tom Herman. If he lost to Texas, he would be in fuego.
Yeah,
Kansas.
He'd be in trouble. Right, Charlie Strong? All right, number 4, Will Muschamp. Maybe more Strong coming up here. The Georgia win, it's like, okay, he's saved his job. And then since then, that wasn't a turning point for the program at all.
I've got the note right there. That Georgia win feels like, 20 years ago? I mean, I don't – does anybody remember that?
How old do you think I am?
Yeah, how old were you when you – I remember when South Carolina beat Georgia. It feels like it's been forever. 4-7, you lost to App State a few weeks ago. You're not going bowling. He's 26-24 overall. Is beating Georgia enough to give a guy another year? Is it? I mean, I mean,
don't we also know what Will Muschamp is?
He's a defensive coordinator, guys.
That's what he is.
He's kind of like another coach we got coming up here in a little bit. He's probably better suited as a defensive coordinator.
This is a team that lost by 20 to Tennessee.
They lost to App State at home. Like, I know App State's good, but you've got clearly better players.
To be fair, they did have that was the Brian Edwards wide open and the quarterback misses him by 10 yards in the corner of the end zone, right?
Okay,
like,
but
Edwards
why are you in that position?
Ranked team.
They beat Georgia 6 weeks ago, and they've won one game since. Like, he has regressed.
Vanderbilt.
He hasn't gotten that program going. I don't think beating Georgia is enough to bring a guy back.
As mentioned, holiday season is here. So what's your guys' favorite holiday? Let us know in the comments section. Harrison, what's yours?
Yeah, we're obviously around Thanksgiving right now. I'm still a Christmas guy.
Good choice.
I feel like the cliche thing today now is, it's Thanksgiving. No, it's Christmas for obvious reasons.
I do like Thanksgiving.
I love
It's
Thanksgiving,
my second favorite.
but I like Christmas the best. I'm a traditionalist.
When are you allowed to start celebrating Christmas, though? Like, when can you put up your decorations?
Here's the thing. We put ours up, or I put mine up a little earlier this year than normal, but Thanksgiving's very late this year. Usually right at Thanksgiving is when you put it up.
Is it, though?
Yeah, it is late this year.
By like a couple of days?
Big difference this year.
When did you put yours up?
It's the 28th this year, right?
When did you put it up?
About 2 weeks ago. That's a little early.
That's too early.
But I was out of
change the 3 days you
I
lost.
was out of town this past weekend, so I was projecting it.
You don't put your stuff up until after Thanksgiving unless you keep your Christmas lights up year-round. That's acceptable because that's what I do. All right, number 3, Clay Helton, who seems to be helping his job a little bit.
Yeah, I think he would have been number
1
on this list about 2 weeks ago, but now he's at number 3. His status is certainly cooling down, but I think as of today, he would still lose his job. Here's an interesting theory. Utah stumbles to Colorado. USC gets into the Pac-12 title game. Does he keep his job? Like, I know is relying on someone else to keep your job makes sense because USC has the head-to-head, so that scenario is still in play as they are 7-2 and Utah is 7-1. USC's waiting for whatever will happen because they've played their 12 games. What about if you're USC? You want Urban Meyer. Like, we all know that. We've been talking about that for a while. But if you can't get Urban Meyer, do you keep Helton? What do you do?
I still go find somebody else overall. Like, I think you gotta get rid of Helton. I don't think he's the guy.
Type K for keep him. Type F for hire him. What should USC do with Clay Helton? Let us know in the comments section.
Yep. Down there, K for keep, F for fire there. Let's move on to number 2, Charlie Strong, who has not done a great job in South Florida.
No, he is not. And his first year, he went 10-2, but those were all of Willie Taggart's players. And there's
Bring back Willie Taggart?
It sounds crazy, but it may not be for South Florida.
So what if Charlie Strong goes back to Texas? And Willie Taggart goes back to South Florida, and the circle is completed.
The circle is complete. I don't see it happening. Although Texas could upgrade at defensive coordinator. This was the coach I was referring to earlier when we were talking about Muschamp. Probably just better suited as a coordinator. Like, the one good year he had an NFL quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater.
That's true.
Outside of that, he's kind of been a so-so coach. I know he won 10 games his first year at USF, but all of Taggart's players, a fifth-year senior quarterback. They've been bad this year. They played a little better recently. They almost beat Cincinnati a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think almost beating Cincinnati really helps your job status.
Maybe you give him one more year.
It's heating up. Maybe he gets another year, but he is certainly on the hot seat.
All right, move on now to number 1 on our list here in just a second for you guys. But we're going to remind you about today's sponsor. That's BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code CFB120. It gets you a 120% deposit bonus. You put down $50, they give you an extra $60 for free. Make money betting against Texas this year. It's turned out pretty well for you. It's chatsports.com/bet. That promo code CFB120. Finally, at number 1, Barry Odom. of Missouri?
He's got to be gone, right? I mean, you said it perfectly earlier. You never want to be the guy that replaces the guy. And Gary Pinkel's standard was, look, they went to a couple of SEC title games, including in 2013. If they would have beat Auburn, they would have played for a national title. They were number 4, number 5 at the time, and lost to second-ranked Auburn that year. 5-1 start this year. You're thinking, oh, great, extension. You lost 5 in a row, including a loss to Vanderbilt. You lost to Wyoming early in the season. They've been waiting all year long for that NCAA appeal to get bowl eligible.
Finally got it. The answer is no. You can't go to a bowl game.
Yeah, and guess what?
Might not matter.
It may not matter anyway. I'll say this: you lose to Arkansas this on Saturday or this week on Friday, so whenever they play.
Oh, if you lose to Arkansas,
he's gone.
Gone.
I think he's
It's
probably
Arkansas.
I think he's probably gone anyway.
They already fired their coach.
Mizzou fans, they expect better than this. I think Barry Odom's gone.
All right, so one more time to the top 7 here. Herman, probably heating up, safe for this year here. Kevin Sumlin, Steve ADDAZIO, Will Muschamp. Then your top 3. Clay Helton, Charlie Strong, and Barry Odom in danger very much so at Missouri. That's your top 7. Reminder, everybody, we will be live again on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure those notifications are turned on. We will have the latest batch of college football playoff rankings. There will be change. Some major ranked matchups this coming weekend. What's the one game here, Harrison, you're most excited to watch?
Surprisingly, Ohio State, Michigan.
Not surprisingly, I think it's the right pick.
But a few weeks ago,
okay, that's fair.
Was anybody thinking that game? Michigan's offense has improved dramatically the last month or so. I'm fired up to watch that. But I love rivalry week. Even when teams are having down years, I just love watching the rivalry matchups. It'll be a fun weekend in college football.